Okay, so we're here at Sophia Hills in Hollywood at the Sophia Tremolo shop. And we're going to build a 6-string here and a little bit of custom order. It's going to be black macro tuners with blue knobs. It's going to be a pro model with a 32mm block and fixed legs. And we're going to build that for you now. Every Sophia comes with a spacer here. It's a 2mm spacer that matches the vintage design placement. So our spring blocks are essentially the same size. You have to edit that. One thing I've noticed over the years is not all, and it's kind of obvious, not all the vintage guitars, because they were handmade, have perfectly square tremolo pockets, or the tremolo risers are always square to the string length, or the center line of the neck, really. But we try to take a second here when we're assembling these to try to true the spring block up to the base plate. And it's just like pressing it against a solid flat surface and tightening it so that you're ending up with something that's really aligned correctly to the idea of a modern guitar with CNC building. So now I'm going to put together the rest of it and I'll be back in a second. So here I am. I'm going to put 6 black macro tuners together. We use a little bit of grease on them. Very minimal amount. Usually works. As you may have heard, we're switching all our manufacturing, or most of it, to the United States, and we'll have new pins and knobs and bodies introduced to our various models throughout the next 12 months. They should start arriving in various colors before the end of the year, if not before Thanksgiving or something. Pretty excited about it. We've seen the new designs, and when we finally get them and we're sure that that's what we're doing, we'll be glad to show them to you. But right now, we're just going to be excited and happy about them. So now that we have the 6 292 macro tuners done with the blue knobs, I'm simply putting them on the base plate we prepared, usually going from the bass side to the treble side because of the way the screws turn and position themselves against the tiers. Because of the tiers and the bodies, they hold themselves into a stable position. Usually by now I have a pretty good idea of where the intonation is, and try to set that up a little bit before I ship them so that you all can just drop on your guitar and have them be pretty close to good to go. It's just a little bit more fun to see them through. Again, notice that we have a matte finish here, and that's done on purpose so that the surface of the macro tuner body grips the base plate. Believe it or not, we had some shiny ones there in the very beginning, and they just slip a little bit. And if any of you are out there have any problems with any, you can take this and just rub it on some coarse sandpaper and it'll clear up the issue. But we do it on the mat. But it's always good to know if there's some workarounds and things that make these things a little bit more individual, and like musical instruments are. Because we're not making stereos here. Every stereo pretty much sounds the same. Every guitar pretty much sounds different. comparatively. So these are musical instruments to us, and this is a 292 Pro with custom blue knobs. You can see the locking mechanism as I adjust the knobs to push them forward. Here, each of these are accessed with the 2mm wrench we provide for you. This is pretty straight ahead. We have this new fixed length. So you just adjust this out, lock it, set it till it's exactly correct, do your setup, release it, and then from then on, most of your tuning is done from here. So if your guitar is a little bit sharp or a little bit flat, rather than running through this to do it several times, you just adjust it back to where you had at the beginning, the initial setup. And that's our system. It works really well, it's very stable. We find the contact pins added to the body. These 2 points plus these 2 points here increase acoustic value, smooth the highs, and change to a more rolling sustain. Gives you more to work with. Turned out pretty well, and we feel lucky, and I hope you like them. And so far, everybody does. We've been getting good results. As we say here, we love this stuff. Thanks again.